Before we descend into the Siberian frost, I must pause. Every vault needs a key, and every archive needs a witness. I want to extend a deep, sophisticated thanks to our first two curators, the founding members of this congregation. Your presence is the first spark in the dark. You have aided in the exhumation of a community that values the cold truth over the comfortable lie. To the two of you, you are the bedrock of this rebellion. Tonight, we speak of a man who refused to stay buried, Grigori Rasputin. Traditionalists call him a holy man or a devil. I see a brilliant opportunist who understood the most fundamental human weakness, the desperation of the powerful. Vox populi, vox Dei. But in St. Petersburg, he was the voice of the dirt, reflecting the rot of an empire already dead on its feet. The miracle that bound the Romanovs to this shadow was the healing of Tsarevich Alexei. Traditional history claims prayer saved the boy. The sophisticated truth? Rasputin likely saved himself by refusing the doctors. In 1912, the medical miracle drug was aspirin, a blood thinner. For a hemophiliac, it was poisoned. Rasputin's daughter Maria, a circus lion tamer, who spent her life taming the monsters the world made of her father, provided the contrary evidence we need. She noted that her father's immortality during his assassination was equally misunderstood. The nobles claimed he survived cyanide-laced cakes with enough cyanide to kill 5 men. But Maria revealed a niche fact. Rasputin despised sweets. More importantly, baking cyanide neutralizes it. The powers the elite witnessed weren't magic. They were hallucination, born of their own fear and scientific ignorance. Incredibile dictu. December 30th, 1916, the night the man wouldn't die, survived 4 bullets, or so the killers claimed. The autopsy tells a different story. Rasputin didn't survive drowning. There was no water in his lungs. He was executed by 3 different caliber weapons, one of which was a British military revolver none of the Russian conspirators owned. He wasn't a supernatural monster. He was a man executed by a cabal that feared he would make peace with Germany. Mors sceptra legionibus equat. Death makes scepters and hoes equal. Rasputin died as he lived, a catalyst for the destruction of those who thought they were above the dirt. We have reached the end of this exhumation, but the crypt itself is only just beginning to breathe. I invite you now to become more than a witness. Become a curator of this new experiment into the lost, the dark realms of our history. This is not a passive viewing. It is a shared descent. Your feedback in the comments is the oxygen that grows this community. Tell me in the comments, which monsters of the past do you suspect were merely men viewed through the lens of fear? We use the real magic of stories, not to weave new myths, but to illuminate the mind and the soul with the cold, radiant light of truth. Join us in the shadows, where the light is honest. Subscribe to our archives. Secure your seat in the congregation. And until next time, Vale.